It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. One fam.
Hello.
How are you?
Dave? Yeah, all right. What's all that about? Blood.
Just, you know,
Yes.
being down with the kids' blood.
Yeah, down with the kids. Yeah, like we are. Not. You all
They
right?
all speak like that, all the kids down in that Essex, don't they?
It's funny, actually. I watched a Freddie Flintoff. Yeah, they do. It's Freddie Flintoff program the other night about teaching kids to play cricket, like Wrongham kids. And they were all talking like that. And then when they spoke to normal people like us, they thought we were all posh. I don't know.
What,
No
like
one really...
like Cockneys like you?
No, they were northern actually. Like, yeah, I couldn't understand it. I had to have subtitles on, but it was a good program. But anyway, that's not about metal.
We don't have that. We don't have them sorts by us, mate.
Oh, you've only got 4 channels, haven't you? No, but anyway, move on. Are you all right though?
Yeah. A little bit peed off. I'm going to have a little rant now. I'd like to call somebody out. A chap called Nicholas Gunn, who I've never heard of, never come across, never spoke to. But apparently on the Big Detecting Show Facebook group this week, he called me a fat piece of shit. Well, I can assure you, I am fat. Medically, unfortunately, doesn't help. I'm unable to do what I'd like to do, going metal detecting and such like. But hey, I'm fat. Piece of shit. Jury's still out. So if you'd like to come and discuss that with me personally, and I mean in public, one-to-one, more than happy to do so. There you go. How polite was I then?
He's won a prize, hasn't he, Dave? I thought you won a prize. if he comes round your house, you can correct it. Yeah. Oh, keyboard warriors, as they say. Just move on. My voice is cutting out.
And also, I'd just like to point out as well, for those who are watching tonight, we aren't a new podcast. We have, in fact, been going now for over 3 years. Originally as a podcast, but ever since the past 2.5 years as a TV show. We have lots of guests every week from all around the world, all around metal detecting, archaeology. And if you'd like to join us at any point, please feel free to contact us, and we will we'll get you on. Where can they contact us, Adrian?
BigDetectingShow.com.
Boom.
Yeah. BigDetectingShow.com. Yeah. And
have you been out and about? Message. You can leave a voice message.
I went detecting, because we're all scrapping around for permissions at the moment. Me and my mate James, we found we were told of a medieval forest that we were allowed to detect in, and I thought, forest, it's going to be full of like flies and shotgun shells. It was full of shotgun shells, but in the middle of this massive forest was 2 football pitches. No, McFly. No, 2 football pitches, perfectly cut, but they weren't football pitches. They were a very wealthy family's sort of rest area with log cabins and a forest, and it was unbelievable. And we were detecting there at the weekend. What did I have? I can't remember. I took the Legend out actually, or did I take the Atrix? I can't remember. But yeah, the ground's still hard, but found some nice little bits and stuff. But yeah, beautiful. Middle of this forest, and there's this all this grass area and these log cabins and toilets and electric, and it's in a very, very built up area, but no one would know it. So yeah. And then I'm going out. I think I'm going out Saturday and Sunday if you're free, James.
And TC, talking of forests, he went into he went into the one that he was talking about the other week on the show, and he was highly successful when it comes to buttons.
Really?
Yeah, would you believe? I wouldn't credit on the man. You know, of all the things he's likely to find, and buttons.
Tony,
button boy.
Tony, I'm going to send you some settings for the Atrix, and I've got some technical issues, not with the machine, but with getting hold of it. So I'll message you. Sorry, you're chasing me up for it.
He's actually not here, so he won't know that you've told him that.
Oh, he won't know that I've lent it to someone else. Yes. Oh, well, he will now when he watches this tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock. Before he goes.
No, he'll roll in at about 9:15.
Well, he likes her, doesn't he?
Well,
So,
that's the dram
Laura,
viewing, isn't it?
And he likes all that. So anyway, where are we? It's Thursday.
We're here, mate.
Boris Johnson's left or leaving, and yeah, so we won't bring politics into it anyway.
And my favourite band from Essex have started playing the great song again. That made number 5 in the charts at Christmas 2 years ago.
Blur?
And the child version was Boris Johnson is a sausage roll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm being polite again.
Bizarre. Oh, I did nearly forget. If you want to, this month's treasure hunting, you can win an Atrex. 600 odd quid for free, or if you go to treasurehunting.co.uk and click on the competitions page at the top, you can enter. Don't even need to buy the magazine. I probably shouldn't have said that, but there's a quick question, and you can win an Atrex in this month's treasure hunting, which is very nice this month, if I say it myself. There's lots of good articles in there, and it's on very nice paper. I noticed this. I need to talk to them about that. It's on very nice paper. So,
my colleague from work is saying that it makes a change of me to be polite.
Really?
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, fair dude. Also, just to point out again, if you would like to, or you're interested in going to a weekender, excuse me, Midlands Detecting Days are running a weekender, August the 19th to the 21st in North Staffordshire. 1,300 acres of cut pasture, ploughed and rolled land, as well as other stall holders, including ourselves. There's a beer tent, food van, toilets, water, electric, and music. So pop on over to Midland Detecting Days on Facebook or email ljcummins@btinternet.com.
How much is that, Dave?
It's £60 for the 3 days or £20 a day.
Oh, Wayne Rowlands has got a gift for us.
Oh, thank you very much,
nice
Wayne.
Wayne.
Very nice.
Oh.
Isn't he lovely?
Oh, yeah, it's very nice. How many frequencies does the Atrix have? It's a multi-frequency machine, but it does have frequencies. So, yeah, someone's going to start putting that.
You're saying words again now, aren't you?
Yeah, sorry. Good
You know
evening,
what I'm like with words.
Ken Sampson in Dundee in Scotland.
Hi, Ken. Lovely bloke, Ken. Got some of his stickers here still.
Oh,
Where is it? There it is. Oh, dropped it. And I dropped it again. See that? History, Hunters
nice.
and Finds. Dundee, City of Discovery.
That's a big old
So
sticker.
History, Hunters and Finds you can find on Facebook. Lovely group. I love me Scottish history. Absolutely love it.
I've been there
So,
twice.
shall we bring on them two gentlemen who are sat waiting all very patiently? Them Scottish types who are in the background there.
I think they're
Just here,
Cornish.
Trying to see. Are they Cornish?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's a reaction. There's no reaction. Let's bring them on instead then. No reaction.
Oh, one of them's asleep.
Why is he asleep?
What,
Oh, there he is. Good evening, gents.
Got no sound.
Oh, he got no sound. Got no sound. Give it a wobble, Mikey. You got no sound.
Oh dear.
I'll do a ticker at the bottom of the page.
He's looking.
Oh, no, not that one.
Vic loves those bits.
Uh,
Just waiting for a question. But we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I think they've realised now. Probably all that vape. Philip Wills, over 69 frequencies. Yes, Philip. Certainly is over 69.
yeah, let me send them another message.
So he's got in his
no.
hand. Is that a sausage? Looks like we're going to have to. What if they go out the studio and come back in?
I'm going to kick them.
Well, that's
There you
better.
go. Let's ask them to come back in.
Right, that was a nice show. So anyway,
It's the quickest one we've ever had.
Yeah.
Try again, pal. They
Yeah.
message them.
They
Hey,
were
we
talking
always
to us before the
you,
show,
you know
weren't
we
they?
always have. They were actually oddly.
Hmm.
We always have to have some form of technical issue, don't we?
It's normally me.
It
me.
normally is you.
And it
But
makes
you've
me
been
laugh.
good because the last couple of weeks you've been using a laptop, so you always been groovy.
Yeah, I've got a computer indoors, hardwired in, all set up, all lovely, and yet I am in the garden at the moment with no hardwired, and it seems to be working all right. So, Seamless Productions present the Big Detecting Show. Rob Random, yes, I like that. Yeah, very good. Hang on. Oh, it's the producer on the. Yeah, he's saying they're just using the mains, not a car battery now. They were running off the car battery.
Okay.
So that probably not enough voltage on there.
Well,
So-
hopefully they'll be back any minute anyway. So in the meantime, oh, he's back again. Let's try that then. Let's try that. Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Can hear you now. Good evening, Di, and good evening, Mikey. How are you both?
We're all good. Very good, mate. How are you both?
Right, guys. That's better.
I think you're going to have to cuddle up a bit closer so we can see Mikey, to be fair.
No, man.
Oh,
he loves it, he does. He loves the Welsh crotch.
We thought you're from Cornwall.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's because of all them pasties I eat.
Same school as me there. Gents, it's great to have you on the show. Can you introduce you individually? I'll let you go first, Di. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm known as the Chieftain, as they all like to say. I've always known as Dave Cotty, been detecting for quite a few years now. Started Beserker Searchers up properly round about February this year. Yeah, I absolutely love metal detecting, and I've been very passionate with history from a very, very young age. So it's something I wanted to do when I was younger, a bit immature at the time. And then decided, obviously, around my 30s and stuff like that, that I'd take it up and never look back.
Brilliant. He said he sounds immature when he was young. That's like me and you still, isn't it, Adrian?
Yeah.
It's like
Personally,
cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Mikey?
Well, I'm Mikey, known as Mikey Hammy Hayes, because if there's a hammy there, I'll find her. But no, I just started detecting about 5 years ago. I met Di in Glastonbury, my first rally.
Ooh, that was a messy one, but
Oh, that was a messy one. Met fodder and everyone, and ever since just enjoyed it. And it's just for the love of my history. Just nice, get out. It's just, I love it. So I haven't been doing it that long. So basically, when names popped up, it's like when your name popped up, I'm like, oh, Di, who's this? Please, who is this? So I'm just enjoying for the history. Love it.
That's all right. I still haven't got a clue who anybody is.
No. So where's the name Berserker come from?
Berserkers. So Beserker Searchers, as everyone knows, and they are aware, obviously was a group that was run by me and Bish Phil Williams, but sadly we have to part ways. And we come up with the actual, obviously, Berserkers terminology because that's what the Vikings were related to. Do you know what I mean? They were actually Berserkers. They were warriors in so many ways. And yeah, so that's obviously, that sort of stuck then. We wanted Berserkers, and then we wanted to create obviously something in between. And we were looking at Welsh Berserkers and stuff like that and throwing it around. And then we thought, well, we go searching Beserker Searchers, and it sort of just stuck from there, like, you know.
Rolls off the tongue.
It is a cracking group.
Mm.
And you've got a Facebook page, you've got Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah, we've got our own Facebook page. Haven't got a YouTube page. Mikey is looking into doing something like that, bud.
I'd love, I'd love to do a YouTube like channel and that, but like after speaking to people, there's a lot of work into it. It's like I work with computers all day, and the last thing I want to do is come home and just edit videos. It's like
It's a nightmare.
it's like any spreadsheets on the group, Mikey will do it, and I'm like, oh please don't. But I would love to get into it. Like I do my live videos, but it's something I'm looking into it. But
It's a lot of editing that goes into it. That's what's put me off. I wanted to do one for time now. It's just the amount of editing that goes into just doing one, you know, half-hour video or whatever. It's just crazy, like. So I haven't really got the time for that at the moment.
It's like with my YouTube channel, I wouldn't do it for fans. I would do it a more realistic about starting off YouTubing, because you see a lot of YouTubers. Look what I found. I found this silver coin. But I would actually do it. This is what you're gonna find. You're gonna find bottle caps. You're gonna find tin foil. You're gonna find that. You're gonna find this. So more of a beginners leading up to excellence. So that's what I'd like to do.
It sounds like me generally going detecting.
It's been like my luck as well, Dave. Don't worry.
I think it's nice, but like me, when I'm detecting, the whole point I do it is because I'm relaxed, chilled, and I can forget about anything, and phone's in the back pocket, turned off, and to video it, hats off to the people who do it, because it's hard work. I mean, when I say it's hard work, some people can edit it in like half hour and film stuff nicely, but with me, I'll be like panning around the field, and there's my mate having a slash in the corner and stuff, and I think what I would like to see is more comedy detecting videos, because everyone's so serious and sensible, aren't they, Dave? We were saying this.
It's too bloody serious, man. There's no, just enjoy it for what it is. Like you said, you're out in the outdoors, you're getting fresh air. You know, this does this. You know, this hobby does great for people. You know, like myself, I suffer with PTSD, and many others. Do you know what I mean? And it's absolutely amazing, and it really has helped me a lot. If currently where I am at the moment, if I didn't have detecting, I think I'd be a lot more deeper. You know, it's giving me something, you know, to focus on as well. Like, and that's what it is for a lot of people.
Yeah. How often do you both get out? Oh, sorry.
It would be good that them ocular riffs. Just imagine one of them, like we're in the field with the camera, and they walk with us, and they can say no, dig that signal. That'd be pretty good. Just like they can do it from their own living room.
Do you know what, Paul? It actually does work. We've got the Oculus. Put the YouTube app on, and you can zoom right in. So you are.
That's awesome.
It was weird. I thought, I'm going to try see what the show looks like on it. And it was like sitting at front row of a cinema. It was mental. So yeah, it does work like that. Fair play. I've got a squeaky chair. It's doing me head in.
How often do you both get out detecting?
Well, myself, I'm out a couple of times because I does a lot of recce, so I'm always out looking for the land and testing the land. But really, to be honest with you, my detecting is sat in the background at the moment, since obviously with a lot of the events happening on the weekends and stuff, and doing other things through the week, you know, trying to organize. A lot of organizing, as you know, with running digs and stuff, you know. So yeah, I haven't neglected my detecting really in so many ways, but I used to get out before I started doing all of this, sometimes twice a week, like, and
I'm out all the time because my permission is just by there, and I can't say it because
Mikey.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying
Mikey.
where my permission is.
Mikey, I can't see where it is, mate. The way you're pointing.
Just out the window there.
I can't see.
Your garden. Your garden.
It's a very exclusive. Like, I can't believe when I told him I had permission, he was like,
he only goes out there when it's dark, so it's something.
No. It's like I did a live on the group, and I found a huge. Let's see.
Oh, you know, Mikey finds it coming out.
Oh, it was like it was dropped yesterday. Look at that, 500 grand.
There it is. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What do we do here? There you are.
Look at that, half a crown.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And it's just like, just full of silver coins. So I'm there all the time, but I just wish, like, having group, like, I'm very open, but coming to speaking to people, I'm shy. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I would love to have tips how to go to a farmer, but going with groups, I just find it easier. You can go off on your own. I wish I could. It's like,
it's not for everyone, is it?
It's not.
It's you know, it takes a set of, you might be saying, balls. Do you
Yeah.
mean to go knock on someone's door and you're a stranger? Do you mean? And to try and turn that into getting land is it's quite taxing. Like.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I get all nervous. I got it all up there, ready to say, but I just get all nervous.
We had Steve Newman on, didn't we, the other week, Dave? And he sends his daughter in, or he always said send a woman, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a lonely farmer who's got a woman at his door, but yeah.
But to be honest, if Steve was knocking my door, I don't think I'd argue with him anyway. I'd let him go on the land. Like, you know what I mean?
I saw him last night. He looked very nice in a pair of shorts.
Oh, yeah, I bet he was fresh.
At least he had shorts on.
Yeah.
Was he walking around like that with his neck down with that freaking chain on?
I think his chain's got bigger. I'm not sure. Give over, Mikey. We can't stop you chatting. Facebook user. That's probably Steve, actually. It doesn't say. Well, what have they got to do, Dave, so their names show up? Facebook users.
Put the name at the end of it. I don't know. Some do and some don't. I don't know. I think what it might actually be, I've found out something this week. If it's a group that we are admins on, then I think it might come up on them. But if it's a group where we've shared it that we aren't admins on, I think that when it comes up as Facebook user, because we don't have the permissions.
Right. Okay. No, that's fine. So, yeah. So, what machines do you machine do you use, Di? And what have you used over the years?
I've got the Vanquish 540 cracking machine. I've had that for quite a few years now. Dave the man going. Yeah, and I want a Nox next. I am aiming to get the Nox next. But before that, I had a Deus. I had to go with a Deus once because I had a bit of ploughed land and I didn't really have it that long, to be honest with you. But then before that, I had the CTX 3030 for quite a few years. That was an absolute cracking machine. And yeah, when we all started off, obviously off on the Garrett and stuff like that, then, do you mean?
What
about you, Mikey?
Right, can I put my hand over Di's mouth before I say that? I've got an ORX. He always goes fairy stick. But
what, do you mean one of them fairy sticks?
Oh, don't.
Oh.
My ORX.
It is a. I'm sorry, I'm just going to swear there.
But my ORX, people, they buy a machine and then they upgrade. They haven't really learned. Like, I class my ORX as a second appendage. I know it inside out. So basically, I know this ORX. Unless I don't think I need to upgrade. I've got the depth. I did have to write off the NASA how to understand it first off because all the programs. But I got ORX. I absolutely love it. But I made sure I learned the machine first, and it's like a second appendage to me. I know what I'm doing with it. I don't need to upgrade.
Yeah, we always say that, don't we, Dave? A lot of people.
Do you know what Dice said? He's got the Vanquish and he wants to upgrade to the Nox. I could potentially think the same myself, but if I go back a few years, I made the mistake of knowing the Minelab X10 705 and upgrading to the E-Track. And I think to me, it's going to be exactly the same. I had to get rid of the E-Track straight away because I couldn't get my head around it. And I think it'd be the same with the Nox for me, which is why I'm happy with the Vanquish. And I've learnt my lesson about not upgrading and not getting new machines for the sake of getting them.
I think the Vanquish, there's not much difference, Dave. You're the user of it, right? It's the same chip and whatever else. It's just obviously with the Equinox, you've got ability to change tone breaks and stuff like that, and different tones, and and whatever. And I like that side of things. I'm one of them ones that when it has the machine, likes to learn the ins and outs of it. And I've done that with the CTX, and it took me a long time. But once it was fine tuned, it was a deadly machine. It didn't miss much, and it was deep. And I think, I know a lot of people's had the knocks over the years, and they said once you've learned that machine and you fine tune it, and it makes a hell of a difference. And I have compared it, been out on raids with guys who's had Noxes, and I've just had the Vanquish, and they are edging it. They are edging it just a little bit more, I think. And since I've had the odd opportunity of using the Nox now and again. I do think it's got that little bit of edge. It's just more refined, if you know what I mean. It's you don't miss much with it, and it's comfortable to use. I find it more comfortable than the Vanquish myself.
We'll occasionally throw questions to you from the chat room as well. Mikey, Paul B asks, do you have any special tips with the ORX to get your hammies?
Yes. This is from Mr. Bailey. This is Fraser Bailey. If you don't mind me name dropping. Coin Deep 11.3, reactivity 3, and don't let your machine be silent. Make sure it has a bit of feedback. So if you go up to sensitivity 93 and it's still silent, go up to 94. If it's just going, that's what you need, because the feedback.
You need that little bit of feedback.
Yeah. And everyone says ORX loves Coke. It loves it. This is a once in a million tip. If you think it's Coke, put it into salt mode and it'll discriminate the Coke. So there's a tip for you, because people who will be, because Coke comes up like number 80, put in salt mode and it'll just discriminate it. You'll save a lot of time. So it would be Coin Deep, sensitivity, frequency 11.3, reactivity 3, and discrimination 5.5, but you can play around with that. And then sensitivity, just play about. Don't let your machine be silent when you're swinging it. Have that little feedback.
Marvelous. Adrian, Mikey just said words.
Yeah, interesting what he's saying. Would you contemplate getting a Deus 2 in the future, Mike?
Do you know what? I would like a Deus 2. I see them out there. Yeah, there's a lot of people buying Deus 2s and that. To be honest, I'm quite honest. If I don't know enough about a machine and how good they are, yes, I'd say let's have a Deus 2. To be fair, I wouldn't mind a Deus 1, just a Deus 1, just to see how it compares. It's like I don't want to be like jumping up. Oh, I've got a Deus 2, because I have heard that they're unfinished machines. I don't know if that's true, but because I wouldn't mind a Deus 1, just like the Deus 1 could just go up from a Deus 1 from there and see how much different. I wouldn't want to go from an ORX to a Deus 2. Let's go the in between, because I think it'd be too much of a jump.
There's much difference though from the DS1 to the Orcs. Anyway, is it? They have the gold option with the Orcs, isn't it?
But they're supposed to be deeper. But the thing is, so I'd like a Deus 2, but I don't think I'm ready with experience-wise. So
I'd say a Deus 2 is easier to use than a Deus. If that helps you.
Yeah.
The buttons are a lot better, and it's bigger the screen. But the Deus, the original Deus, still a lot of people are buying them. My mate bought one the other month, the original Deus, because everyone was selling them off to get the Deus 2, and there's some good bargains to be had out there
Well,
for the
I was
original game.
actually honest on YouTube, like on eBay. This woman was selling a Deus control box for £250. I messaged her. I said, "Look, you're selling it for this. You could at least get 400 for that." And she went, "Thank you for being honest. Like you'd snap that up, just a Deus control box, 250. I said to her, you could at least sell that for 400 as a bargain. So let's hope karma comes to me. But yeah,
Sounds like divorce
my
case.
ORX is my second. It's my second appendage. I love it.
Your face, then.
How long have you had it? How long have you had it, Mikey? You are all right.
I have had it 2 years, and I love it.
And in all fairness, though, right, if there's hammers on those fields, Mikey does find him. He's not called Hammy Hayes for a reason. So, in all fairness, he does well on it.
That's all my favourite hammy.
It's not all about you, but
Look at that. Edward the
Nice.
Sixth.
To be fair, a Garrett Ace 250 would probably get that, but that's a big old coin, yeah.
any machine, right?
My Garrett is in a head.
Even Dave would find that, wouldn't you, Dave?
Well, I haven't yet, Adrian, so maybe not.
Pinpoint on the end of a stick and find that.
Come with me, Dave. Come with me one day. One day we'll do it. I'll take you out, and we won't go home till you get hammered.
You'll have to come down on one of the Beserker Searchers raids. We'll have to invite you down.
Yeah,
That'd be marvellous. When you say we get hammered, does that mean at the brewery or
what? Me hammered?
No, you said and
we
won't go home till we get hammered. So
both.
Does that mean okay?
Both.
We'll get you absolutely hammered. Don't worry.
Well, I know you've been out and about in Herefordshire today on one of the sites. So I don't really think it's that far. My auntie lives in Hereford, and I keep promising to to visit Dominic Tomczyk as well. So a trip to Hereford in the summer might be on the cards.
Awesome.
We need to do that road trip, Dave.
Road trip, I know.
Well, most of the events are in Hereford. That's sort of the main station really, where we got most of the land there, like so, and we cover in from like HR2 to HR6, like do you know what I mean? So it's quite a wide range. Like Sunday's one now is HR6, so that's King's Land, like from that way, which is going to be a good one.
And are you both? You live near each other. You don't live together, do you?
No,
I can.
Oh, we thought. Sorry, we thought you were a couple.
He loves me.
Can't stand.
It's like one of them love-hate relationships. All the love is from me. Like, do you know?
Can't stand him.
How far do you live apart?
20 minutes.
He's in Caerphilly. I'm in Clantrisson.
What?
Right.
What?
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes it is, yeah. About 20 minutes. Fair
Where
enough.
do you live, Mikey? Where do you live, Mikey?
Clantrisson.
Where do you live, Mikey?
Clantrisson. It's
Just want to keep only just want you to keep saying it. That's all.
Clantrisson.
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 It's a lovely little town, guys. It is a lovely, quaint little town. Some very, very old buildings and stuff like that around there. It's just Mikey can't get no land room, do.
And Mikey detects over there.
I'm trying to. I've been knocking the farmers for him, and I am working on one of them. So I will be getting some land around here for him.
Because there's a castle just in the village, just by there. Edward II was imprisoned there.
Over there?
No, just behind you, Dave.
Just behind you.
Just behind you, mate. Oh, you can't see that now.
That's me vanquish.
Yeah, so we will get you some land around here, bud.
I need it.
I'll get the few. Come on. This is obviously what I does. I mean, I goes out and finds the land and stuff like that, and I'm quite comfortable with it. We do quite well. We picked up quite a bit of land recently. So yeah.
And you, how many people have you got in your club group thing?
Well, in the group we got 1,500, but we did have 1,700 the other day. But we went through a
Max Exodus.
session, like, you know what I mean, trying to worm out certain people that we didn't want, you know, and just people that doesn't really participate in the group. You know, you know yourself, you've got a lot of members, but a lot of them are not even on Berserkers. They don't even participate. So we just want to try and put it down to the actual real members that do really get involved and stuff. You know what I mean? And we still got a lot more filth in, to be honest with you.
Dark Knight Detectorist asks of Beserker Searchers, do I get a free ticket as you're in my village of Kingsland?
Certainly. What's his name?
Dark Knight Detectorist.
Dark Knight Detectorist. Come on down to our Sunday raid, mate. There'll be a free raid on us.
His name's Jason.
Jason, come on down, bud. Check out the Beserker Searchers group if you're not on it. Get involved. Check out the events. And you can have a free dig on us. How's that?
See the nice things we do for people, as Adrian.
That's it. Well, you know.
Bringing people together.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, definitely.
Even though I'm getting threatened by your compadre James, who's saying that I'd be scared coming your way because it's well rough.
He can't spell rough right for a start.
No, yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't even see. Can we? Are we allowed to see? Are we not? Do you see the comments on here? Though?
Yeah, you can.
On your right hand side of your screen, because you're on your laptop, yeah.
No, I'm
You
on
see-
my phone now.
Oh, you're on your
Oh.
phone.
Does it
right,
say
that's why.
chat?
Oh, it's a chat. Press that chat one here. No, that's us chatting, isn't it? Oh, hang on, wait there.
Comments?
Boom!
Right, yeah, we can see the comments like that, but why can't we? No, we can't see them unless you got it. Unless you turn your phone that way.
Most of them are you a couple, aren't they, Dave?
Yeah, we are. We are.
Yeah,
We're not a
We are a
couple.
couple. Michael,
that's the most common question
Mate,
it's time to
question
get
in
a
the
bit-
chat.
do you really
I
think?
don't mind, mate, if you want to still.
Mate, I'm Premier League. You're
You know,
LGBT.
it doesn't
Vans.
matter. I got so much love to give. Like,
Looks like a married couple arguing now.
I think that's why most of the chat is commenting on that. Yeah,
And we
who
have
does-
love hearts,
oh.
'cause I can't see them.
this
It's
is
all right.
um,
We'll lie to you and tell you what. Oh,
Barry
Steve-
Cole, just there. Can I have a free dig?
No.
Steve from Portsmouth asked Diane, Mikey, which one of you does the ironing? No, they're not a couple. They're
And
not a
he
couple,
wears the
Steve.
penny as well. He's got a lovely little penny that goes on for me. Pretty right.
Right. The person who commented before Barry Coles, yes, I want him to come.
We needs to have a little chat. We needs to have a little chat.
Mr.
Nothing bad.
Mr. FP, I
No,
love him to
no.
bits.
Look.
I want him to come.
Look, Father Phil, right? Father Phil has been a mate of mine
I love
for
him.
many, many years, right? I've known the guy for quite a few years now, and sadly, we sort of parted ways. And it was through obviously other things and stuff like that. But I hold no grudge against the guy. He's still a good mate of mine, and I wish him all the best. And all he needs to do is obviously contact me, and we'll sort something
He's
out.
coming. I love him.
We'll sort
He's
something
coming.
out.
Well, he's
So,
a lovely
Father
bloke.
Phil,
Steve.
if you're watching,
Come on, the fogs.
love
Yeah.
from the Berserkers, bro.
Even though I nearly
Phil
knocked him
from
out.
Wilmslow, Mikey, he asks, do you have a crochet doily cover on your fairy stick?
No, I don't.
It's too small.
There's nothing wrong with my ORX. I love it.
What's the what do we call the DS2? That's the glorified pimped up face stick, isn't it?
I don't know. I've got no experience with it.
I got no experience with it, and I should. I'm wrong really sitting here to see something like that.
I
But,
saw one once.
you are.
I saw it at DS2 once. That's as close as I've seen one.
Phil.
Aaron from Regden's
no.
had one on
Oh.
the dig that we put on. That's the only one I've seen.
I can't. The thing I've not used one, and like I know it's like mixed things at the moment. And with any machine, you need a good 6 month all country review. Every land needs to be covered. Do you know what I mean? And until it gets that, it's not really going to be. You can't really have a review on it properly yet because they're mixed at the moment. Have they compensated now? Overcompensated. Let's put it that way, because I know some chaps who've spoke to me and they said they prefer using the old Deus on ploughed land than using the new Deus 2 because they're saying it's not responding right as it would do with the actual original Deus. But then others are saying they're doing a lot better with it, Others are saying they're doing great on pasture, it's pumping really deep, but they're struggling to work out what signals are what, and it's in deep iron all the time. So it's a tough one, really,
I think a lot of that is the multi-frequency, whether it's a Nox, a Deus 2, or whatever, or a Legend. Any multi-frequency on freshly ploughed can cause hell and all problems. So you're better off whacking it down to 14 hertz, 10 hertz, or whatever. It's multi-frequency. It's still a hidden secret thing that not a lot of, we will never know how it fully works. No one will release it. It's all patented and all secret, and no one will fully explain how it fully works. Well, we get told how it works in a marketing sense, but a technological sense, no one will release it. So everyone's multi-frequency in theory is different. So
I think multi-frequency, especially with these new guys that's coming in and stuff and whatever, I think it overcomplicates things for them. When we were starting off, and they were just single frequency machines, turn on and go. Do you know what I mean? It was a simple two-way tone, boom, boom, that thing. Now these guys are getting these new machines. You get these new people turn up, they want to buy a Nox, and then they're just having a meltdown. And for the next couple of months, fighting it, because they've just basically jumped from being single frequency, straight into multi-frequency, and that's a lot to learn. That machine, it's a lot to understand in multi-frequency.
Adrian, what's the most interesting article you've wrote in the Treasure Hunting magazine?
Well, I don't really. I have written some articles. I suppose interesting. I mainly review. Yeah, Gold Ring. Medieval Bishop's Ring, 12th, 13th century.
Nice.
Probably because it was there was a few things in the day that triggered it. I didn't really fancy detecting that day. You get days where you're not that. It was hot. It's a really hot day. It's like 28 degrees. Ground was hard. I'd only had the Rutus Alt 71. I was testing out for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I found a magpie. No, it wasn't a magpie. It was a jay's feather. It was lovely. I just stuck it on my detector, and then I went in the shade and 2 inches down found a medieval bishop's ring, 12th, 13th century, with the cabochon sapphire, which is still with the coroner after 3 years. Yeah, it's been with the flow. Then it went to the museums, and then it came back, and now it's with the coroner, and the coroner's had it for a year. And because of COVID and all that other malarkey, he still can't release it. He's got to check that the county might find it of interest.
Are you having it back, or are they going to be keeping it in their dungeon?
I think I am having it back, definitely. But it's when I get it. And of course, the farmer, he's like, well, what's going on? I think he thought I was, trying to pull a fast one. But no, that was that. I've got to chase him up, actually. But that was a good article, an interesting article. But I suppose machine-wise, the Legend's going to be an interesting one, which I'm writing now, because I wrote 2 pages. I wrote what was wrong with it, and the new software update has fixed all those problems. So
do you know, somebody's just said actually that the update to the Legend has made it a contender for top machine. Very impressed with its performance.
The features for the money. Rob Random's just put Evo 6000. Yeah, you're right. That was really funny. So, well, it wasn't funny. I feel sorry for C-Scope. So I had the Evo 6000. Me, Chris Rogers, and a few others had it. And the first machine was all right. It was okay. There were a few blips and issues. Then they sent out another machine, and that didn't work at all. Then they sent another machine, and the control box just fell off when I got it. And then they sent another machine, and it was sort of almost as good as the first one, but they did a software update, and I couldn't pair the headphones. That was probably the most, because it just got worse and worse and worse. But when I first got it, it was quite a nice machine to use. It was a bit big and bulky. The control box was like, I think it's twice the size of the Nox, but it had really good recovery speed, really good depth, but it was hit or miss. Some days you turn it on and it just didn't want to work. I did find a nice hammered with it, but yeah, the Evo actually, Rob, you're right. That was a really interesting one, and now it's disappeared. And they sold hundreds, and then everyone sent them back. So we yet to know what's going to happen with C-Scope and that machine. Must have cost them thousands.
I bet.
But yeah, I could rap on all day talking about that. But yeah, hopefully C-Scope brings something out again soon that's a bit better. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll learn by their mistake.
Yeah, but hopefully there might be some new machines coming out in the next few months, which will interest a lot of people. So we'll wait and hear on that. I mean, there's so much choice now, and you can't buy that.
The Legend does it does entice me. I've never used one, but I have used some great things. One of my admin, Davey Jones, shout out. Can I give my admin a shout out? They're all watching.
Has he got a locker?
Yeah.
Has he got a locker?
Jones, yeah.
Davey Jones.
He's got a locker, yeah.
Well, yeah, he got a Legend, and bless him, he's only had it recently, you know, pretty not that long really now, probably a month, but yeah, he's starting to learn it and fine tune things, and he's getting it, and you know, he's proud of bloody LM when he's actually found something because he's fine tuned this, or he's like, oh, I've been on the YouTube, I've checked this one out, I'm going to try this on the machine. So the Legend does seem a great machine. It really does.
It's nice to see him not chucking his simplex in the back of his camper anymore.
It's like when the Simplex came out, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's only like 300 odd quid. It can't be that good. It's not, you know, it's a beginner's machine." But that sold like thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands, and a lot of people still swear by it, and it's a good machine for the money.
I bought one because I do rivet detecting, so that's the only reason I bought it, because I like putting a wetsuit on. You know, if it falls in the water, it's fully waterproof.
No, it is. I threw one in the lake for about an hour. I was doing a field test on it, and I threw it in a lake for an hour, and then whilst it's in there, I'm thinking, if it don't work, I can't review it, and I'm like, shit. But a few bubbles came up, and it came out, and it was absolutely fine. Proper IP68.
They had massive problems starting off, didn't they, with the coils and all that? The coils had to be called
well, the original coil I've still got on mine because they changed it, but my original coil still works fine. It occasionally has the odd bit of a blip, but I just turn it off and on again. But I haven't used it for a while.
I can't stand that bloody pinpointer. It sounds like a choking freaking chicken, man.
The orange one.
When it's going off, like
the orange one.
What about orange one?
The orange pink, like this, like grey with an orange. Well, the pinpointer on the machine.
The pinpointer on the machine.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one.
The pinpointer on the machine itself. When you press it, it sounds like a choking freaking chicken. You could tell someone's using a Simplex straight away in a field, like, do you know what I mean? But they are good machines. They found, you know, I know a lot of people's happy with their Simplex, and they found some cracking stuff with it. And for the price, can't grumble. And hey, guys, check it out. We have a Simplex. That's up on the raffle as well on Beserker Searchers. Yeah, £10 a ticket. Get involved.
Charity.
Oh yeah, and it's all for charity as well. Right, so all the proceeds will be going to our charity, Hereford Veteran Support Group as well. We're working a lot with them at the moment. We're raising some good money for them. So, yeah, get involved, guys.
So what's all that about, Hereford Veterans Support?
Mikey me and Mikey was talking about, we were on about a charity, because we wanted to obviously work with a charity. I'm ex-forces myself and stuff like that, right? So I wanted it to go to ex-forces. I didn't want it to go to, like, to help the heroes and stuff like that, because I find that it's not as true as state. Do you know what I mean? So we wanted something smaller. So Mikey was having a look around and he said, I think I found one. And it's a small little group, isn't it? There's about 40 members on
In
it.
a village hall, yeah.
In a village hall. And we thought, right, these looks like the guys that we're going to work with. And we've worked with them now. We've raised on our last digs one, it was £350 we raised obviously for that, for them. The money that's being obviously before the raffle for the Simplex, that's on the Berserkers. Again, that's going to be going to them as well. And we did have an event on this Sunday, which would have been the deer hunting event. And again, the proceeds was all going to that one. But we've had to postpone that one because the farmer's grass was a little bit long, sadly. So, yeah,
nice.
Better for Veterans is our charity.
Nice, small local charity. Yeah,
it's
I like
brilliant.
that.
And they're lovely guys. The chap that runs it, Alan Joy, and he got his wife.
Catherine, isn't it?
Is it Catherine? I'm not too sure. And then you got one of the other guys. Then Dave as well. He runs it, and yeah, they're only a small little thing, but we're trying to work with them as much as possible. We try to raise what we can, like, because it's touching back obviously then with what's people suffering with PTSD and stuff like that. Yourself in the metal detecting community, a lot of people are ex-forces, and this just does wonders for them all. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Just a great hobby we got. This hobby is just, we're all in it together. That's drama shouldn't happen. I posted drama shouldn't happen. It's like I've been doing this 5 years and it breaks friendships, it breaks loyalty. We're all doing it for one thing, discovering history. And I just think we should just all band together. We do it for one love.
Or don't go on Facebook.
Yeah.
That is an option.
Which, that is, yeah. But you like to share your finds, and are you on Instagram as well, or just Facebook?
Yeah, so I have got. I am on Instagram as well. It's just to be honest with you, half of the time I forget to go on Instagram. I'm a nightmare, like, because I spend so much time on Facebook, so much time updating stuff, posting stuff, doing with the events, and it just flies by. And I haven't got time to go on anything else half of the time. Messages coming through, dealing with people. Because I like to respond to obviously all of our members, and they put a post up like to interact, and that's what it's about. They're not posting just for the fun of it. They want you to interact back on the group. So I try to make sure that, all the Berserkers and all that, we do get involved and we answer the posts as much as possible and stuff,
Actually, Mikey, you saying about you'd like to do videos and stuff, TikTok would be a good one because you can just upload 20.
And I've heard as well from that TikTok. It is TikTok, I think it is. They pay you for the video now. You got 1,000 members. My daughter said to me, she got over 1,000 members, right? And they were doing a video with her daughter the other day, and people send you gifts, and then that gift turns into money.
To be honest, I'm not in nothing for the money. I don't want it. It's like if ever I go to charity, don't want it. I do it for the love.
Have you been eating Kendall mint cake all night, Mikey?
No,
you don't stop eating.
It's Tenby. It's Tenby.
Oh, Tenby. I've been there for years.
The stick of rock. I love it.
You don't have anything.
Oh, God, now.
What you have for tea? Stick of rock and 12 cans of Stella.
Not be on a curry.
I spoiled them. I bought the curry, guys.
Yeah. So are you two going to what events? Are you going to go to any events this year? Any rallies, big ones?
Malmesbury.
Well, we've got our big event, which is co-run with a good mate of mine, Sean from Spires Detecting. We've got that the Malmesbury event, which is the 26th to the 28th of August. That's all full up. That is that's going to be a cracking event. There's a lot of Iron Age, a lot of Bronze Age, a lot of Roman around there. So we have 200 acres of it'll be cut corn for that. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. At the moment, Berserkers have got quite a few events up. We've got another one as well now, which we are actually going back to Burley Gate, which you all should be aware of, the King of a Saxon coin.
Full up within 3 days, isn't it? Full up in 3 days.
Well, the Sunday was full in half a day, mate. That's how much it's caused a stir. I don't know if you heard about that farm, Dave and Adrian.
No.
We had that. That was our first Berserker event when I was doing obviously with Bish, and we done a live recce on that. And when we done the live recce, we had 2 hammers, we had a beautiful cartwheel, we had a sword hanger, we had, I think it was a silver. We were on there for about 45 minutes, and I said, right, that's it, guys. It's you. Let's get off. And we did, and we went back on the Saturday, and in the space of the first hour, there was 10 hammers up. And they finished off that day. We were 30 to 40 hammered on that day. Gold posy ring come up. There was the king off a coin when it come up, and that's just caused a stir at the moment. And that's currently at the moment, guys, the king off a coin is up on auction with Noonans, and it will be on the 13th and 14th of this month. The link is obviously on our group, so you can check out what that's going to be. Estimate they got is 3 to 4 grand, but I think that's going to go a lot more than that. I'm hoping it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So
who actually found that?
That was one of our old berserkers who sadly he's not with us for reasons now. But I'll mention his name. You know, I'm going to know thing about it. Paul Hopkins. He was the one that found that. And obviously it's got to go through the process. Then I have the agreement with my farmer. Anything found over £1,000 and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, so they've gone down that road with that one. So hopefully that should be all settled up now over the next month or so.
Remember, we went up there, and we went up there a month ago to check on the land, and you could see it flat. And Di goes, "Oh, we could do a recce on there." No, because as you look down, how deep was it plowed?
It was up to my waist.
It was up to your waist. That's how deep it's
my hip. I'm 6'2", so
it was so deep. It was so deep plowed. So you've got to put another dig on if a plow's been that deep, isn't it?
Well, another dig was going on it anyway, just due to it was being ploughed. On any ploughed land, do you know what I mean? If it's that rich in history, you've got to put another dig on the next time it's off crop. Do you know what I mean? So that's obviously we've been waiting all year for this one, guys, and it's I have really been mentioning this for the last few months on the digs. Don't miss out on Burley Gate because it's an absolute dream farm. The history there is unreal. It's unreal. It is. You've got King Arthur's Palace, which was just over the way. You've got a very old, very historical river, the River Lug, and there's a lot of Roman, a lot of Bronze Age, a lot of Saxon, right the way up through the ages. Because where we were finding them coins, we had them from the Saxon period. So you're talking around the 750, 760, I think he was, wasn't he? Offer. And then we had them right the way up to Charles, you know, and they were all in a congregation on the bottom of this one field.
You had that Scottish 20 feet in you as well.
It was bizarre of why there was such a small holding of probably, you could say, 500 meters, this area. And that's where the main part of the stuff was coming up. There was stuff coming up all over the other part of the field, but the main part of it was all down here. So something clearly was going on there.
Barbie Coles had a gold ring, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, Popcorn Cockins.
Was
that? A gold ring, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a beautiful, what do you call it? Posy ring. Gold posy ring. Absolutely stunning it was. So yeah, and we had the pack of bullet seal off it as well. So
what's your personal most memorable find, Di?
My personal, probably recent being personal because something that's related to me with being forces and stuff like that. I found this this beautiful. It's a pocket watch, but it's when it was converted. So when they started to add the silver loops on the end, and you can see they've been actually soldered on as well. So it was pretty early one. So it's an early turn of obviously 19th century or 20th century, but and yeah, it's an actual trench watch. It is. And
all right.
I opened it. It's solid silver. I opened it up. and sadly inside it's a bit worse for wear, you know, starting to crumble away and stuff. But you could see inside it was all hallmarked. It had the number, the service number, and everything. But I could not find nothing on it. But that should be in the Treasure Hunting magazine shortly, Adrian, I believe.
Right.
There's a spread up for that because Julian contacted me regarding that, and I actually triggered a memory with him because he said that's bizarre. I seen this. He said it's triggered a memory that I found a watch 20 years ago, and then he sends me a picture, and it's exactly the same watch, nearly.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's the thing with Julian. You have to trigger memories because he's getting on now with the Alzheimer's and whatnot.
Oh, he's got a heavy head, haven't he?
No, it's
So
interesting.
that's probably, and that's the reason for I had that back in, February around that. But I've got some cracking stuff in it.
What about you, Mikey?
Mine was, this is when I didn't have a clue about metal detecting. It was my first hammered coin, and it was actually a pine tree, Massachusetts. 3 pence.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's bent in a love token, and it's hole punched. So obviously the value goes by the way it was struck, but it's more of a that's what I've got. I didn't know what it was, and people are saying that's his wearer's hen's teeth. That is. So it was my first ever hammy, and just like
it is rare. It's super
rare, but it's not struck that well. So you've gone to UK dealers, like the American public are all over it, but it's just I'm shocked. I didn't realise that hammered coins went to America, but I think 1652 are the main year for that. So mine is 1662, not 1652. So that's my most memorable find, and it's in a love token.
Someone I know found one of those last year, and it ended up going to auction, and it made quite a bit of money. It wasn't bent or anything.
Yeah, mine is bent. It's not as stamped as well, but what's that magazine we get? The insurance magazine. Yeah, it was in one of the magazines. I was like, wow, I found one of them. So I don't know. I just love it, the history from it, because it was found in Bridgend. So you can just imagine someone's come over from America and give it to someone they love in Bridgend in Wales.
What would you both? What's on your bucket list? What would you both love? Well, not together, but what each would you like to find?
Bucket list.
You go first.
Bucket list. Oh, a Henry VIII hammy. The reason being, I've got the set. I've got Mary, Elizabeth, Edward. I'd love a Henry VIII hammy. Just to have the Tudor set.
I could sell you one if you want to buy one.
No. We're not going money now. I'll swap you for a good cricket bat if you want one, because that's all I got. No.
Has it got blood on it?
No.
Oh. Yeah, you've got a good cricket bat.
It will have, unless you give him the army.
No.
What about you, Di?
I think mine's going to have to be, and I've been chasing one for some years now, a gold stater. It's just been elusive. I've had them come up literally on the side of me whenever people have found them. It's just one of them things that's just been avoiding me. A gold stater. That would be mine. A full gold stater.
It'll come, won't it?
It will come.
Yeah.
We're getting some good cracking land, the stuff is there. It's just I don't detect, honestly. When I go out or we do the raids on the Sunday and stuff, I don't detect. I can't. It's one of them things I can't switch off. I can't concentrate. I'm just. It's all about the guys on the day. You know what I mean? So I got plenty of time to do detecting and stuff. But yeah. So sometimes I'm thinking, Jesus, mate, you should be out here on these fields. These fields are producing Romans, brooches, and stuff like that. And you're not getting a part of it. But I'm happy when everyone else is finding stuff. That makes my day. You know what I mean?
It always. You found gold, didn't you, Dave? You found gold.
Yeah, technically,
Was it? What?
it was when I got asked to find a wedding ring in a field.
Oh yeah, so you have found gold.
No,
You found it.
It's not technical. It's don't count. I didn't. It wasn't gold danceable.
I've only danced once, and that was an hour after I found it.
Only once. Only once for me. And I did. I was stunning, and it was live on. A lot of people will remember it as well. We're going probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. I had George the I full guinea, and it was absolutely mint. I weighed it, and I think it's supposed to weigh 8 grams or something like that on the nose, and it weighed. I think it shaved off something like 0.02 or something. It was hardly anything, you know, and it was absolute mint. But sadly, you know, I had to. I was in a position really. I had to get rid of it. You know.
Remember that gold watch band I found with the Georgian amber?
Nice.
Gutted you were then.
No, I wasn't. But
Which side of the bed do you sleep on, Mikey?
What side?
He's on the floor. He doesn't
He
sleep
does.
in the bed. He's like
Oh,
a
you both
dog.
on-
He
you both
gets in the floor
on the
now.
floor.
I
Yeah,
got my own bedroom. He's home. My daughter. I got my daughter's bed. He's under. When he kicks round, going, "Oh my God, I need to."
He bites easy, don't he, die?
Too easy, mate.
Yeah, I think-
sleep there, right? It's like, honest to God, right? It's like a wall rust downstairs. I tell you, it's ridiculous when he snores. How he don't wake himself up, I don't know.
We went to Gloucestershire once, and listen to this. And he was sleeping in a tent, and 2 yards outside his tent, someone found a bronze age spearhead.
No way.
Right by his head. He was
Right,
was livid all weekend.
It was 2 nights, right? And it was Liz Ticknell, and it was on one of Tom Pizarek's rallies. It was before the sausage things, but anyway, I think it was Lotus or something like that. Anyway, and I was sat in this tent for 2 days, 2 nights, and then she found it on the Sunday. Then literally, it was 10 foot away from it. I paced it. I paced it back to my tent. And I said, "I've been sat here listening to you snore for freaking 2 nights, knowing there's a spearhead that's 10 foot away from me." Like, do you know what I mean? But
Lovely as well.
It was beautiful, absolutely. And it was a full one. You know, it was a big one. It still had the socket and for everything. It was absolutely stunning. But that night, those nights wasn't very good with. You know, let's put it this way: on weekenders, what stays on weekend, isn't it? But I didn't get much sleep with it.
I don't know. Me and Adrian don't tend to drink or anything, do we, at weekenders, Adrian?
It's on the wall, isn't it?
Well, you sleep in a tent. Well, sort of. I don't know about sleep, but yeah, I don't camp it out.
Comatose.
Yeah. Well, this year at
You like-
Rodney Cook, I'll probably share a bed with you. Probably.
I'm not booked up on anything like that this year. I haven't got no. We done like Rodney last year. I haven't got any other defence, and to be honest with you, I haven't really bothered going on these big events for reasons, you know. So we're just concentrating on Berserkers. We got a few things in the pipeline, and hopefully we're going to be getting Marsh Farm back if I can do a bit more growling with my farmer, because that farm, you think Burley Gate was good, Marsh Farm was just unreal.
It was amazing.
Unreal. I honest to God, I tell you what, I've never been on a farm like it. It was unreal.
You'd have one field full of. Do you know, if you're finding buttons, you don't mind, but there was one field full of old American military buttons, and old American, like with the eagle on and everything like that. Then you'd have one field full of hammies. You'd have another field. What was at the top from Saxon? There was something on the top of the bridge at the brow of the hill.
Well, we had Roman off there. We had the Roman key. There was one field, right, where everyone knows about, right, and it's called the Orchard Field. Right now, my farmer said originally we didn't have it. My farmer said to me, "Oh, you can go on that one if you want. That's 10 acres." So it goes on there. Les the guys goes on there, and oh my god, what a fest! It was unreal. We had a
George.
what was the boat? What do you call brooch?
Trumpet, the silver
trumpet. No, we had that as well, but it was the fantail. You know the Roman fantail brooch?
Yeah.
They're about that big. They are, right? This thing was hanging out of the ground 3/4 where it'd been ploughed. There was 2 Roman denarii that were found on the surface. The guy said I didn't even detect; they were just scattered on the floor. There was so much stuff that come off of that field. It was just absolutely crazy. And the rest of the farm produced, but we only done half of the farm. And I was going through photos not long ago, and I was looking at them. I counted over 100 hammered in that month. I counted 25 to 30 brooches. We had the silver trumpet brooch off it. That's come back. Dazza had that. Dazza Jones on our admin. That's come back.
I'm not in Tango, I had.
Yeah, you had
2 foot turned on my machine.
Boom.
In Tango, boom.
7 pieces of gold come off that farm in that month. 7 pieces. There was a stake there, which I was happy as Larry because that actually did come from the tribe which was just up the road, the Boomi tribe. They had a marketplace in Kenchester, which was probably less than a mile or 2 away, or whatever it is away. So we actually found a stake there from there, which was brilliant. We found a beautiful Victorian gold brooch, stunning with blue sapphires in it as well.
Oh yeah, the top one of Georgian.
Yeah, we found a lovely Georgian gold fob seal with obviously the seal still in place and everything. We found a quarter guinea. We found a gold posy ring, and we found half a gold ring. It was just nuts, unreal. And we only done half of the farm. So yeah, I'm trying to get that farm back. It's one of them things at the moment with farmers dealing with something else. So
do you ever go beach detecting?
I did yesterday. Oh.
I did for an hour yesterday. Mikey asked me if I wanted to go down to Penarth, and I wasn't near Penarth, and I was like, no, I'm going down to where I was at the time, was down by Barry, and I went on it for about an hour, and my head melted after about 15 ring poles and can tops, and I understand. I look at it like with the beach detecting. It's like these are the ones not really in as such for the history. These are the ones that they've gone out. They want to find the gold and the bits and bobs and whatever, you know, and they can make a little earning off that and stuff like that. The guys that's going on to the land and stuff. These are the ones that's passionate ones in the history, and they want to find the historical stuff. Not to say that you don't find Roman, and not to say you don't find hammered and stuff on beaches. You do, but not as much on land. Let's be honest.
Well, I suppose yes and no. I mean, there are people who can't get permission, so they go on the beach. But at the same time, when you've got erosion out of the cliff face, and who was it we had on, Dave, who found? Oh God,
that was someone.
No, Chris Rogers, mate, YouTuber. He's found a lot of
red beard. No,
yeah, he's got a beard. And the Roman
Grim
Bleeper. So out of the rock face, where it breaks down, it falls on the beach, and there's Roman there. And he's found a few gold staters, I think, isn't he, Dave? So yeah, but I suppose if you're detecting on Blackpool Beach, it's going to be a bit different.
Yeah, they're the kind of beaches I was on about. These tourist attraction beach. Do you mean where the silver gold bloody rings are and whatever else and stuff like that? You know, it's that. I think that's a different thing to obviously land detecting. You know, it's not for me. I've tried it once or twice, and I'm just more land. But Mikey likes having a little go on the beach.
Well, the reason why I do Penarth is it's a pebbly beach, and before the jet age, it used to be a market. So you are finding pre-decimal coins. Like I had loads of half pennies. There's florins come out there. There's silver sixpences, but you've got to wait for a big storm for all that to churn. It's a nightmare digging. You can't use a sand scoop.
It's horrible digging.
It's horrible digging, but I just went down there for an hour because I said, "Coming out digging, chieftain." No, digging. Yeah, no.
No, it
Sounds
just
like
doesn't
Popeye.
interest me. When someone says to me, you want to come down the beach? All right, I got miss. If someone said to me, oh, do you want to come on a 30-acre cornfield? Yeah, I'm on it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's. I don't know. And as I said, you can't. It's not to say the history's not there, because as you said, there's a lot of villages that were close to the cliff. They've eroded. They've gone in. You know, how many medieval villages we've lost on coastlines and stuff over the years. It's just crazy. So the history is there, but in these more, I don't know, secluded areas, I suppose, and out of the way and all that. Do you know what I mean? These tourist attractions, no, don't interest me.
Yeah, don't forget I got that permission over there. That's mine.
Oh, is that my
over there. We're over there.
No, Ty's got a permission. It's fantastic.
Just down there, but just down there, down the road.
It's down
No,
here.
it's well, that one down.
Yeah, wicked.
It's all right. It produces some stuff, doesn't it? It's all right for when you've got a couple of hours spare in the evening and Mikey moans you ain't got no perms. I'm like, go on, sort off and go on, mine.
Just another reminder for people who haven't tuned into the show previously. We're here every week, 8 till 9:30. You can find us on the Peaky Finders Shop and Rallies YouTube page, or easier if you're on social media, just look for the Big Detective Show Facebook group where we stream every week, or the Archaeology and Metal Detective magazine, which I'm the editor of. And Luke, who's not here, is the sub-editor of. Oh, look, they're all bright. So you can find us anytime. Lots of updates on guests, and if you want to contact us to come on as a guest, we'd be pleased to have you, wouldn't we, Adrian?
Yes, go to bigdetectingshow.com, leave a voicemail on our answer phone service. There's a button you press and it says allow access to your PC, microphone or your phone, and just leave a message. Don't have to you can put your name and email address if you want, but you don't have to. Leave it blank.
There's a picture of a fat piece of shit in a suit trying to get you to use the voicemail, isn't there?
Actually, yeah, get it up. Go on.
Easy now. Oh, the picture. Oh,
yeah. Oh, no.
I have to remember how to do things.
And we get, when the voice recording goes through, the receptionist sends us a fax with it translated or whatever, and then we can look at it. Oh, there's lots of people.
All right, something's on there.
Just a quick one before we load this. If anyone wants to join Berserkers, they must answer the member questions
and agree
to the rules, or they'll just be declined. Okay.
I'm trying to find it, Adrian. Where is it?
Scroll down.
There he is.
And
the
go
fat
on, leave
POS in a suit.
Is that the guy off the Go Compare advert?
Go compare.
No, he was from Ireland, wasn't he?
No, he was Welsh.
He's a Welsh spec. He's actually from Swansea off Leftley, really, from there.
There you go. There's the fat POS in a suit.
Big opera singer, wasn't he?
Was he really?
Yeah, professional.
Yeah.
Opera singer.
Yeah.
And he ended up
I don't know that.
Insurance.
Well, that's why he does the opera singing on the car insurance thing, because
there's certain adverts that annoy me. I won't buy off them because of the adverts are annoying. And there's what I won't say because I might get in trouble. But yeah, I just wondered, Paul Potts. Oh, it's not Paul Potts. No, it's not.
No.
He's good, Paul Potts.
He was the one on X Factor, only Paul Potts.
Carphone Warehouse. He worked in Carphone. There's a film about him. It's quite good, actually.
Paul Potts.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's
good
the
on
one
Netflix.
with.
Not to be confused with Paul.
Paul played him, didn't he? What's the one that's got the American show as well now?
Brad Pitt.
James Corden.
No, James Corden.
Yeah.
I can't abide him.
Oh, he is supposed to be so arrogant in real life.
Well, he's from Essex, isn't he?
No, he's not.
He is. He's in Gavin and Stacey's from Essex.
He was born in Wales.
Of Barry Island, but
how far's Barry Island?
His name.
How far's Barry Island from you?
Just over there. No.
Really?
I was quick. I was
Just
like
over there. Nah, I'd say about
half over.
half hour away.
What direction?
End of June.
Come down and see Barry Island, glorious Barry Island.
I might do that.
We're
Yeah.
guaranteed to have something over your face when you come out to that sea, trust me.
No, you'll come out glowing. You'll come out glowing.
What's that say at the bottom of the screen there, Adrian?
The dark light detector. Doesn't Mikey look like James Corden?
Oh, he eats an India like James Corden, trust me.
I'm thinking of more like Vinnie Jones.
No,
that's a
no,
bit.
definitely
Yeah.
Smithy.
Yeah. Bit like
How
Billy
did we
Jones.
see that comment then? Because we haven't been able to see comments all night.
I pulled it up on screen.
That looks like Pritchard off Dirty Sanchez.
You only wish he looked like me, but oh, Pritchard.
Oh dear.
Well, gents.
That looks like Rocky Dennis.
Remember the film Mask with Cher?
Actually, no, I'm thinking,
Adrian,
Dave, do you remember
the
Finger
film?
Bob?
Finger Bob.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Who's Finger Bob?
Finger Mouse.
You know what they are.
Finger
Where's
Mouse.
Hooky
Finger
Bear?
Mouse.
The
Where's
fella who
Hooky
had his
Bear?
fingers up a mouse.
Coffee is a pigeon.
Hooky Bear.
Well,
Finger
listen,
Mouse.
gents, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on
It's been
tonight.
fantastic. Guys, make sure you come and meet us in a field one day. It'll be fantastic.
I thought we just started.
Any-
We're going now.
Any field.
What, detective
No,
or?
Di,
I
it's
know
been-
this
it's been an
lady
hour
in
and a half.
London called Liz.
Make
It's
sure
been an
you
hour
bring
and a
your-
half already, Di.
You make sure you bring your wellies with your pockets on, that right? You're gonna need them down here, I tell you.
I'll
What's
just
that
think.
say on the bottom of the screen there, Mikey?
Where?
That looks like Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Oh dear.
I've been called worse, trust me.
Ah.
No, but it's been an absolute pleasure, guys, having us on tonight, and yeah, it's been a good laugh.
And you can
Thanks
obviously
very much.
find the Berserker Searchers on Facebook. Have a look on there. Generally, you got digs going on all the time in the Herefordshire, over into Wales area.
Mainly in the Hereford area. We're having them at the moment. You know, we've got them on every week at the moment. So
Brilliant.
yeah, plenty of spaces available as well, apart from Burley Gate guys, because that one is
First come, first served.
it certainly is.
So,
But yeah,
right. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. I can't remember who's on next week for the life of me. There is
Gary
somebody.
Blackwell.
Can't remember.
Gary Blackwell and
No, it's not Gary
man of
Blackwell.
CB. No, Gary Cook and
It's
CB.
Gary Cook and Ben Shires. Ben Shires is a host of BBC channel, and he's recently hosted a TV series with children metal detecting. The most
yes, I remember. Yeah.
dapper man in metal detecting, isn't he, Adrian?
Very smart. Very smart. Yes, very very smart.
Very much looking forward to speaking to Ben and
Yeah.
and Cookie, because we don't. Cookie doesn't speak very much when we get him on the show, does
Oh,
he?
just don't mention Tottenham Hotspur with him.
We try not to mention anything with Cookie, to be honest.
Or speedos.
I'll
Right,
Oh,
guys.
he's
Nice meeting you anyway. Lovely meeting
Yeah.
you, chatting tonight.
Take care, gents.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
We'll see you all next week. Good night, everyone.
Good night, all. Thanks.
guys.
Bye. Bye.